Welcome to the Breakfast Club. I'm your host. No, I'm joking. But okay, so welcome to the Jukebox. We are your hosts, Brandon. This is Cameron. We have Travis.
Hello.
We have Kamani. And today, we will be rating the album Carter 3. First, since we all took the time to listen to this album, what do y'all rate this album? Because I rated it an 8. That's where I'm at with it.
I also rate an 8.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
7.5. My thing was it's definitely not going higher than an 8. That was my thing.
I give it a 6.
A 6.
I don't think, I was saying last night, I think the 8's the ceiling. I thought 7 was its floor. I didn't think it deserved a 6. But it definitely didn't deserve a 9.
I think a couple of songs on there, I don't really get too far ahead of the game, but okay. Pussy Monster had no business being on there.
Yeah, definitely.
On there at all.
Yeah, but the thing is, I was thinking that, but I was like, this is a song I can hear on this album. I feel like something you should have thrown away on the album, but this is like, I was like, this is that era when I was like, this sounds like something you would make during this time period.
Yeah, it was just, I didn't like the
But
placement.
it was one of those things like with 16 songs, you definitely could have made it 15 by taking that one out.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have condensed it down to even like 10, it probably would have been a really, like, 9 for me.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I feel like he had so many filler songs that, like,
There was a couple fillers, definitely.
it wasn't necessary.
There were some singles that I listened to that I was like, damn, I want to skip this so bad. Like, I remember this being played on the radio, and I remember hating it.
A lot of the songs I forgot existed, and I was like, listen to this. I was like, this was a good song, and I was like, I forgot about this. But for me, I want to know what y'all feel about it, because at one point this was on my Xbox 360. So I would be playing some of the songs. Like I remember Phone Home vividly because it was on there, and I was like, this reminds me of like playing like the old games I used to have. Like I remember playing like FIFA Street and shit like that, listening to this in the background. And then like it took me back a little bit to when I was younger, but it's like I also just like I don't remember some of these songs. Like I definitely don't remember Pussy Monster. I definitely was not bumping that when I was younger. But this I'm like, but this definitely it gave me a lot of flashbacks.
What did you think? Do you like Phone Home?
I do like Phone Home.
Phone Home's one of the weaker songs to me.
I enjoyed Phone Home.
He agreed. But I told him why.
I think it was one of the weaker songs. That chorus was garbage.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's yelling at you. Like, oh! I can see he's screaming. You're like, this is a lot right now. So I think that's why it's like.
And I didn't understand the part of it. Do the wheezy wee and phone home. Like, what am I doing?
Phoning home. Who's doing the wheezy wee?
Everybody in the club.
I think it was just a weirdo thing to say for him because like that was on his brand.
Yeah, that was
also,
his time, alien time.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
I don't like I am not a human, I'm a Martian. Like I don't like that.
We are not.
But then the very end of it was about how he loves trying to be the best human he wants to be.
Yeah, like
you
got this nigga.
You contradicted the whole thing.
You didn't need all this songs. You were just gonna do that in bed. You should have started with this. But all right, so where do y'all feel like this album is amongst all his albums? I think this is personally my favorite. At least as I go back and listen to it, I'm like, this is my favorite because it has my favorite songs on there of Wayne. There's songs that I don't necessarily like that are on this album, but all the songs that are like, this is my favorite Wayne song, like 3 out of the 5 maybe are on this album.
Are we only counting albums, not mixtapes?
Yeah, I was gonna say as far as like studio albums, this would be in my top.
You can go mixtapes if you want.
Carter 4 is my favorite.
Well, then it's not top 5 for me.
That's top 5 at all.
I put Carter 5 over this, which is a blasphemy
Oh.
mistake.
I don't
Like,
agree with
that's
that.
wild.
That was very, very wild.
But this would be top 3 for me.
This is it's definitely top 3 for me. It's probably my favorite. Just like I said, like Lollipop's one of my favorite songs. Going back, what's the song called? Comfortable.
That was
I forgot how good Comfortable
Comfortable
was.
was
I
my
didn't know
favorite
Comfortable
song.
was on that.
Literally,
I didn't either. I got so hyped when I heard that show.
I forgot what song. I was like, okay.
And I was like, oh, bitch, I'm about to start shimmying. This is my shit.
Literally, I was so excited when that came out. I was like, because I forgot there's one before that too.
The one before that is Got Money.
Yeah, Got Money. Because I remember that song so vividly, but I was like, this doesn't remind me of Carter 3. I was like, I don't remember this being on there.
I remember those songs being on there, but I didn't remember that being the first 5 songs.
Yeah.
Being like
It
that.
definitely had a good run. But
I forgot completely about Mr. Carter, which I don't know how you forget about that song when it comes to Little
Mr.
Frank.
Carter, I
But
like
that
song
shit came on and I said, hey, Mr.
Yeah,
Carter.
it's really smooth. Like that's the thing. It's like
I forgot Lala was on this album.
Yeah, that was too. Okay, so what were some of the songs that are on there? just going by each song, how you felt about each song? The first one, 3P. I'm gonna start it. I didn't really like 3P. Like,
I didn't either. I ranked all my songs out of 5, but I gave it like a 2.5.
I feel like it didn't set the bar high. Like I feel like the
Yeah.
intro was supposed to draw you in, and that was one of the weaker songs in the
I
album.
thought it was. I liked it.
I liked the very beginning of it because I felt like, damn, he about to be spitting, but like I kind of stopped listening halfway.
But yeah, like at the point, it's just like he's just kind of going. It's like
Yeah.
this is just Wayne at this point.
I feel like it wasn't the greatest intro, but with the title and everything and the theme of the song, I think it fit because it was the Carter 3.
Mm-hmm.
And this wasn't that like I feel like especially for what it was, like it felt like this is on a song supposed to be like hardcore lyrical, and it wasn't that lyrical. It was like he's kind of just rapping. It was like this is like he's kind of just going, and nothing wrong with that. But I didn't really like that song like that.
Yeah,
So-
if I was rating it then,
Yeah.
I'd have probably thought it was fire, but
Yeah, but I'm not really feeling like that. Then the next one, Mr. Carter. I like Mr. Carter.
I love it.
I like it.
I rocked with it, and
I like it.
I really forgot about it. And then like I was like, this is a good song.
I loved every part of it.
Exactly. Even because I didn't think I was gonna like Jay-Z's part, and I liked it, but I feel like it wasn't necessary. Like we could have did without it, but it was a good verse.
But I was thinking, I was like, I guess this man is Mr. Carter too. I was thinking about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
When I heard it,
It's only
when I
fair.
heard him come in, I was like, damn, his last name is Carter.
Yeah, literally, that's what I thought about.
And that's my thing. Like he wasn't necessary this is still one of the more. I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but this is one of the Jay-Z verses I enjoyed. I was like, this is a good Jay-Z verse. But I was like, he could have did without him still. Like I didn't feel like it because the whole beat changed. Everything was just different when he came in.
Even back then, couldn't make a verse without saying Beyonce.
That's
awesome.
Also, 2 through 6 for me is like the strongest run of this whole album.
Precisely. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Like 2 through 6 is
I think
disgusting.
Because right
Me,
after
in my
that,
opinion, I like 1 through 5 better. Dr. Carter was cool, but following Comfortable, I feel like he should have picked something else.
Lollipop damn near could have followed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And then-
If you would put Lollipop up there, because Lollipop to me is the best song on the album.
Yeah, I agree.
Really?
I felt like-
I could skip Lollipop with ease.
Really?
I fuck with Lollipop. Niggas, I didn't when I was younger. I didn't fuck with it like that. When I was younger, I was like, this is like it's a Lil Wayne song. It's just like, But when I went back and listened to it, I was like, this might be my favorite Wayne song.
It
was
might
like,
be. It's up there.
It's probably one of my.
It's the
favorites.
same thing as with How to Love. I'm like, I didn't fuck with that song.
Exactly.
And then I'm like, this might be
When I
my
became an
favorite
adult,
Wayne
I was
song.
like, this is a good song. I was like,
When I became an adult,
But-
that's really what it was. 'Cause I didn't feel it as when I was
when you
younger.
turned 18, it was like,
I was like, all I
was like,
know is now is pussy
stop
get
those
music, so
That
makes sense.
But okay,
number
so
3, a Millie.
Amelie.
I like a Millie.
Amelia's serviceable. It's a good song. It's one of the best
It's
songs
one
on
of
this
the-
album.
One of the best
But it's
representatives.
overrated.
That's exactly my point. I think it's one of the best representatives of the Carter 3, and I feel like it's the
I agree with that.
Like,
Carter
it's-
3 is overrated, and so is Amelie.
I ain't
Yeah.
saying that.
Who said get out?
Right.
But what I'm saying is like I feel like Amelie was like I don't think it's such a hardcore lyrical song like everybody says it is because after he says menstrual bleed, the song kind of just goes after that. He's kind of just saying whatever. But it has one of the best beginnings in
And
rap history. I feel
the
like.
beat is
Yeah,
disgusting.
The beat is great, and it's like when it starts to sister, brother, son, daughter. I'm like,
Okay,
look at you.
yeah.
But then, like I said, after a point, it kind of just goes, and I'm like, I didn't need all of this, but I enjoyed it for what it was, and when it started.
That's the one thing I had to keep talking to myself about while listening to this, that this was kind of the time where songs were meant to be long. Because after a while, I was like, this is redundant. Like,
'Cause-
I'm tired of listening to you say the same words over and over again.
Yeah, that is true, because this was like before the streaming era was big. So with the streams, it's like you shorten the songs so that you can get more streams. This is like you're going to hear my music. Like, it's like,
Okay,
damn it,
but you're buying these albums, and you're buying them with purpose. Like,
Yeah.
And right after I'm
you gonna
really.
buy this, you gonna get your money's worth.
Exactly.
Okay.
He said, you're going to hear me say something.
Okay.
Because people nowadays they easily make an 8-song tape with, but it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right
You can't sell
after.
that.
Right after Amelie comes Got Money. Which is like, I feel like this is when it's like, you're like, okay, this is like, these songs are hitting back to back to back.
Mhm.
And Got Money is a solid song.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Honestly, I thought Got Money was a better song than Amelie. Overall.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't agree.
You agree?
I agree.
Only
It's-
because I enjoy Amelie a lot, and Got Money to me was just like specifically a club song. And
I was
I'm
just
an
about to say, if
in-home
I heard
person.
that in the club then, and if I heard that in the club now, I'd be turned.
I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about how I would like to listen to this album at home because I don't have to be going out to clubs.
Oh, okay.
So this is not a song that I can
I
just
feel you.
vibe to at the house.
I
Yeah.
feel you.
It's just at home.
Lil Wayne and
But
the
I'm over
music
here
guy.
just got money. Talking about being in VIP section. I'm like, well, I'm in my bed. So
VIP.
It's my VIP. Like,
It's my VIP.
No.
Comfortable is next.
That's
Banger.
5.
And I'm gonna say this might be the best song on the album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even after this and Lollipop are like head to head.
I was gonna say it's between those
This
two
and
for me.
Lollipop are on my head to
It
head.
is
It's
just
like
that one.
But I got
Not even
Lollipop.
close.
I got Lollipop above it.
I got it edging it,
That's
but Comfortable
gross.
is like right behind it for me.
That's gross.
Y'all are both gross.
Lollipop is good. It's just smooth, but so is Comfortable is hella smooth.
Comfortable make you want to move your shoulders.
It really does.
Here's the thing is, I feel like
Make
the reason I'm giving Lollipop the edge is I feel like Wayne doesn't rap as smooth as he should on the verses in comparison to the hook.
Yeah.
Like think
that
about
is true.
how the hook goes, and he's kind of being a little aggressive in his raps. So I'm like, you gotta
The whole album is aggressive.
tone it down just a little bit. And
Like
then-
lightweight.
I
the
feel
whole
like it was
album's
perfect.
kinda
It was
aggressive.
some bitches like that little bit of aggression, okay?
Mm.
It was perfect.
For me, I enjoyed it.
Right.
Number 6, Dr. Carter.
Dr. Carter. I like Dr. Carter still. I do like Dr. Carter.
I enjoy.
But I
Dr.
feel
Carter.
like this is where I was like, I really like solidified. I was like, this was randomly thrown in next.
Yeah,
I was like, this didn't need to come next. This is a great song, but I feel like
they could have done Lollipop at 6 and then Dr. Carter at 7. It wouldn't have been.
It would have been great
Yeah,
because it would have been a smoother transition.
Yeah,
And just
Because
straight
the
up.
album was very performative.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why I actually liked Dr. Carter. But I feel like if it didn't have all the performative aspects, I wouldn't have liked it as much.
Yeah.
Like, we're losing this one.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm interested.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because without that, I'd
Because
been like,
initially
oh,
I was like,
okay.
following Comfortable when I was listening yesterday, initially I was like, I don't really like this song. Just because of the placement, but once I got to the middle of it, I was like, this is a good song. Because he followed the concept the whole song.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't like the first verse, oh, he's a doctor, and then the next verse, he just spitting about
No,
something.
Exactly.
He followed the whole thing. The
Truth
whole
be
time.
told, that's one of the only songs on the album that has substance. So
Exactly.
someone's
That's
actually
the
stop
only
something. Like,
one that follows the theme of the song the whole time.
every other song's kind of like he'll start it and it's like now I'm gonna talk about pussy. It's like there's no like.
It's also the only song that the chorus isn't the name of the song.
That might be true. Well, like 3P is not chorus.
Yeah.
It's just the last word of the thing. What followed that was
Phone home!
Wheezy.
Phone home!
Phone Home.
Let's go ahead.
One of the worst songs on the album.
I don't think it's one of the worst.
That was the worst chorus ever, honestly.
But here's the thing is like if I've got all these songs are based like mid or above, and I think that's not. I think it's below average. Then it's got to be one of the worst songs on the album. That's just,
I get it.
I like the song, but as a whole, I can understand.
I mean, it's not Pussy Monster bad.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
The
not.
only reason I think that I even really enjoy that song is because
He's
it's like a
yelling at you.
nostalgic
Yeah.
thing for me.
Okay.
It's like when that song was on, we was always around a bunch of my family members.
Phone home.
Everybody was phoning home. Everybody's doing the Wheezy Wheezy.
I was just invited in the group, like the big kid group. Okay? So when all the older cousins were sitting there talking about all their drugs and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, look at me. Look at me.
Using the hotline blinking before it was cool. She's been phoning home.
Phone home.
Man, Drake
Did
can't
I
you
said,
say
why is Drake doing the phone home?
They got stole by moves. Like it was you got served. But then the next was
Tie my hands. It was a song.
I like Tell My
Yeah,
Hands.
it was average.
It
It
was
was
a
just
song.
an average song.
I thought that Robin Thicke being there was weird.
It was kind of random.
Just the fact that Robin Thicke was injured.
But it made it really smooth, and I feel like the song wasn't supposed to be that smooth. Like the rest of the song didn't feel as smooth as him being in there did. It was just like he's just kind of here doing his thing.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it should have been on Robin Thicke's album.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Yeah.
I felt like he was like, you know, you could have this song. I'm like, nigga, I'm putting this on my album. It's like, but I liked it. It wasn't great, but I liked it.
It was very random for
It was
you.
a song.
Like, what the fuck are you here for?
It was random.
You weren't invited to
After
cook out.
phone home. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's the problem with the whole album, though, is placement.
That's the biggest issue. Like I said, that album would probably be a little better than an 8 if it wasn't.
yeah,
for
that's
the
what's
placement.
capping it at.
That's why I was just thinking if I could rearrange these songs
It would
and
probably
get
be
rid of a
like
couple of
exactly
them,
fine.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even get rid of a couple.
I would. I'd get rid of.
Monster.
I'd get Pussy Monster.
Yo, you don't like Phone Home either.
Phone Home, and then what was the last song on the album?
Oh, that 9-minute fucking.
Yeah.
Right, bro, where he just
I
going in and out.
So I lied. I said I didn't skip anything. I got about 4 minutes into that song.
I
I fuck
got
all
that.
this.
I
Fuck all
listened-
this. I was
I
like,
listened to the
once he
whole
started
thing.
talking,
I knew there wasn't much more rap.
That's
I
why I
was
said
like,
the Brandon.
he's just gotta go.
I was like, I'm just gonna move
Talk
on
about
to the
it.
next album because it's been 2 minutes and he's been talking. It's not really gonna change from here.
I
And
listened
it wasn't
to the
like
whole
interesting
thing.
talking
Yeah.
either. He was just
You
going.
can't talk for 4 minutes and
literally-
expect for you to jump back in the beat.
He literally
Yeah.
smoked in the middle and went, that's that good shit. But anyway, like I was saying, like you can't. Why didn't you just cut that part out?
I can't even experience the good shit. You're not even sharing with me.
He said, oh, that's that good weed.
I'm like, man.
Yes, we can see that.
I'm well aware.
this.
Right, like this is what I paid to hear. A conversation that I can't even be a part
The
of.
thing is, on a road trip, I would zone out and not notice until the last like 7-minute mark. You'd be like, why is this still on?
Yeah.
Literally. That's. Then the next one was Mrs. Officer.
Yeah, Miss Officer.
That's always about for me.
I would say one of the better songs on the. on the album.
Officer,
Top three.
Officer.
Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. That might have been the worst feature on the album.
warning poster. Yeah, definitely.
He was just. He didn't. They didn't need him. They didn't need him.
Definitely.
It's whenever he just said, he said, I'm kid. Like, your
Like,
name is what?
Shout out to Kid. We didn't need you, but shout out to you.
Exactly. With 2 D's
But
on
you-
both kids.
Kid.
Face on everyone that posts. Like,
Who are you?
Exactly. Kid.
Never heard another
I've
feature
never
from
I would
you.
say never heard of him before, never heard of him again.
Exactly.
I think that's not a water poster, but Kid on it.
At least what's
Every
his
water
name?
poster I've seen.
What's his name on 6 foot, 7 foot? Corey Guns. At least he got a Rihanna feature afterwards.
Kid just existed.
Kid, just
he
Kid,
was
Kid.
there.
That nigga went back to the trap right
That
after.
was his little cousin. Okay.
They probably called him.
Wayne, like, just get me on one. He's like, all right, bro.
He said, let me see what you can do first.
Okay.
He said,
Kid became Lil Chucky.
"Ah, we never knew.
He was like, this could be a hit with or without you, so go ahead, jump on.
Right. He
Kid,
lobbed
Kid.
into him.
I'm based on every warning poster.
The song was already finished. He's like, we have to put him on my best song because he's gonna dumb it down.
Should have put it on Pussy Monster. Hell
So you
no.
think this is the best
That
song?
wouldn't even made the
No,
album.
no.
Okay.
I'm saying that he's the reason that it's not a
Okay.
best song.
Let the beat, what's it called?
Let the beat build.
Let the beat build. That's
I love
that's
that.
probably the best beat on the album. I feel.
I actually really love that song.
That's a good song, but that's probably the best beat overall.
And that's how you make beat feel, bitch. I was like, damn, that is how you listen to it.
It's always the shoulder.
When
That's
you,
what it was
you
going.
notice
That's why-
that when it's a bomb ass song, everybody's shoulders is doing
This
something.
is a room. Like,
That's how I know. I be like,
Everybody's
yeah, y'all
shoulders
might
moving a
look at
different
their
way.
shoulders. They're like, damn.
My shoulders was doing nothing for this
and
song.
it hits the line. It's them shoulders
Shoulders
go line.
was
You're like,
doing
I see them
nothing.
shoulders moving.
It's a song.
I say Travis is gonna be the outlier in all these videos.
I don't know about that.
Okay. The next one is one I
What's
was
this one?
skipping. Shoot Me Down. I didn't really care to that song.
Shoot Me Down and Let the Beat Build were about even for me. I was like, these are both just like,
I
eh.
didn't hate Shoot Me Down.
Eh.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I could have did without it. It was just like it was there, but it didn't.
Because he said last night, like, I'm not really feeling Shoot Me Down. I turned it back on and I'm like, well, I'm kind of feeling
Maybe individually, but as a whole, when I listen to the album, and these
Yeah.
are mostly great songs, and the Shoot Me Down is kind of just like there.
Yeah.
Like so it's probably not a bad song. I probably might have to go back and listen to it individually. But from where it stood with the rest of them, I was like, it couldn't do without that.
Yeah. Especially if I want to let the beat build.
And then it went right back into Lollipop, which is my favorite song.
Yep.
Which is
Which
my
should have
favorite
been
one.
placed higher, but I guess he put it in there for to keep niggas.
Because I was gonna say, if you're
listening.
looking, if you're
Yeah.
looking at this, there's like, if you would have put it up there towards the beginning, there'd be no reason to keep going. Like,
Yeah, that's what I
it's
was
like,
just thinking.
It's real
too.
mid, like.
It's
I
real.
mean, but there
big.
was still like hits. Like Lala was definitely a hit.
Yeah,
for
Lala's a
that song.
banger. That beat is a
I
classic.
enjoyed Lala a
that
lot.
thing's-
But then comes your personal favorite.
No, that's the one song I skipped
I had like,
because it was real just ignorant in my ear.
I was like, you've been hearing me talk shit about Pussy Monster.
if I needed space on my
Oh,
phone, I was like, I got to delete some songs off my phone. I would delete about 3 from this album. Pussy Monster would be one of them.
You said you would delete 3.
I'll probably delete them.
I would too. So I
Yeah,
said,
you
I said, no.
deleted just now.
Yeah.
Pussy Monster would be one I would delete. Shoot Me Down, I would delete it. And there was one more.
Which one would Shoot Me Down on?
The one we just talked about.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't delete that one.
Probably
I mean,
3.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Probably 3 people would be the other one.
I would.
I don't even remember. You ain't got nothing for real.
Listen, that fucking last one.
It'd be
gone
Phone Home,
immediately.
3P, and whatever the last one was.
I don't really remember. You don't got nothing for me.
Don't get it.
The last song is decent. Oh, okay. The last,
Hey, the Fab verse on You Ain't Got Nothing was.
yeah, that was a good verse. That's why I remember it. Cause yeah, his verse. That was a good verse. But the last one wasn't a bad song. It just went on for way too long, and it wasn't needed. That's the thing. It's like I can understand like there was like a story behind this album, and the last song is like I'm running you the whole story or I'm concluding the story. It was just him talking. It was like it was really kind of pointless. Maybe if you're a Wayne fan, you like to hear that nigga talk. Maybe you're like I felt that, but it's like I didn't.
It's literally a conversation that you can't be.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not
It's
saying
just-
you to hear you talk.
It's
It's
just a
the same
monologue.
thing that we were talking about with J. Cole, where J. Cole's outros on his songs be fucking 12 minutes for no
him
reason.
talking.
Yeah,
Him saying shit that we don't care about. Like,
Yeah,
stop.
and it's like
you
I
just
hear
read
you.
it.
I hear you, but it's like why? It's like that's my thing. Like what am I gaining personally from listening to this?
That
Maybe
album
you
where
felt like you got
shouted
something
out
off
the
your
whole
chest.
rock label.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dog. Nigga shout out every nigga
But
on the
okay,
rock.
since you kind of talked about it, look, we all okay. What's everybody's personal best and favorite? I mean, best and worst, and just
Oh.
with that.
Oh, Lollipop is the best. And Pussy Monster is the worst by a lot.
Pussy Monster's definitely the worst.
By mine.
Lollipop is probably
I
number
think
one,
one.
and Comfortable is a strong number two. It's like edging it, like right.
I was like Comfortable and Mrs. Officer up there in that number 2 and 3 slot.
Hey, comfortable and got money. Should be on the slide.
Got Money's up there too.
Yeah, Got Money is-
Honestly, I had
It's like,
a Millie,
it's like the top songs are really battling, but
a
the
Millie,
bottom songs.
Got Money, Comfortable, and Mrs. Officer are all technically tied in my first second.
Comfortable is my number one, and Pussy Monster definitely.
I'm glad we all have a consensus about how bad
I
Pussy Monster
remember- I
was.
This
just-
monster's awful.
You guys somebody in the comment section like, Pussy Monster is my favorite Lil Wayne song.
Pussy, pussy.
They was at home with
Also,
this.
I had it where I was listening to it on Apple Music, so it was showing me the lyrics. And you know how ignorant it is to both hear and look at it at the same time. I was literally watching it like.
I got a sweet tooth, pussy.
It really is. That's exactly what it is. And
Yo,
I was
dude.
reading these lyrics and I was like, this is fucking dumb. Like, there's nothing about this that is good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
all
just
these
like
lyrics
going.
are repeated like 4 or 5 times in a row.
Yeah, and I got a sweet tooth. I got a sweet tooth.
Like, what you
I
trying to
got
tell
a
me?
sweet, like,
I feel
bro.
guilty for listening to it.
Not can I?
I felt like I was a part of it. Like I felt like I was like, do I got a sweet tooth? Also,
I forgot
like,
he did start making the lick noise in the song.
I almost gagged a little bit. That was nasty. That was a song we couldn't do without.
See, I can make it rain with my hurricane tongue, like a la 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 la.
I didn't want to hear this from him.
Like, oh,
All right, well, I guess we just give our concluding thoughts about the album. Just like anything, maybe constructive criticism for Lil Wayne, or just what you felt.
We get that you like pussy, my brother.
Very much.
Leave that to you and your bitches.
I'd say my final thoughts. I'm not gonna say constructive criticism because it's fucking fine to talk to Lil
Exactly.
Wayne.
But why would Lil Wayne listen to me?
Exactly. But if it was me making the album, I would cut a few of those songs out of there and rearrange the tracks. And I think, but to be fair, a lot of people think this is a classic. I don't, but a lot of people think this is a classic. So
It's a classic, definitely. Even if it's
I
not your
think,
favorite album,
I
it's a
think it'd
classic.
be an undeniable classic if we got rid of
Like three
three to four songs
I mean,
and
people say-
rearranged it into a more.
People say shit by Elvis be a
A more-
classic. Shit garbage.
You know how we feel about Elvis.
It's a garbage.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I'm kind of the same. I think this is a great album. I think we didn't need Pussy Monster. We might not have needed Kid on there, but
Yeah.
but I think he's definitely the worst feature. But I think this is a great album. It was just the way it was constructed was my only issue. I was like, if some of these songs were moved around, it would have been a better album overall. But
I
it's
think
like,
if
these
it
are
was
just
moved
songs.
around the right way, it could have maybe been a 10. Maybe.
It could have been a 9, definitely.
That's-
Yeah, definitely a 9. But
Yeah.
if taking some songs out and rearranged, it could
It
have.
could have definitely.
Yeah,
been
I'm like,
there.
this is a
it
damn
had
perfect
10
album.
potential.
It definitely did, but it was like some of the songs either went too
Almost didn't
long.
skip. It said Pussy Monster. Nigga was yelling like
Pussy, my nigga, pussy. Ew. But yeah, no, I'm about the same. I think that it was good overall,
Mhm.
but it can always be better. That's most things. So, yeah, you did good.
You did good.
You did good,
You did good, champ.
I hope she ends every video though.
That's fun.
You did good.
All right, well, that's us wrapping it up, I guess. And we'll see you on the next episode of Jukebox.
I like how we did finger guns. That's the thing now.
You gotta click it twice.
Ew.